itself. I mean, 2 days after the deadline, whatever it is. Do you consider the letter to be nullified, canceled, or fulfilled? The content of the letter. What is the status of the letter today?
Said, none of the above. I hope you were paying attention to the very extensive back and forth we had on this on Tuesday.
I asked the question, yeah.
The point of what we said was that these are issues that we're going to continue to pay close attention to. We're going to continue to make assessments on them. And should we see things that we believe are inconsistent of how we expect a major partner like Israel to conduct itself, we'll appropriately raise those things and we'll appropriately enforce and take action as it relates to U.S. law. Our intense focus and our close looking and our assessments of the humanitarian situation in Gaza did not start when the secretary sent that letter. It did not end after that 30-day period. This is something that we have been intensely focused on, certainly in the context of this conflict since October 7th, but even more broadly, the humanitarian situation in Gaza is something that, of course, the United States has been deeply engaged on for many time before that.
I'm not asking a humanitarian question. I'm asking a technical question. The letter had a time limit. I mean, it had very specific things. That part of it, is that nullified? Is that over? Is that canceled? Is that shelved? What is it? The 30-day period, is it extended?
Said, the letter was designed to inject a strong sense of urgency and produce action, and we believe it has done that. We are now going to continue to remain engaged on this, and if we see actions that we think are detracting from these steps of progress, if we see actions that are inconsistent with the kinds of things that we want to see, we of course will appropriately make the relevant assessments that we need to make within U.S. law. The letter is not void, it is not null, it is not canceled. The letter was it is one piece of the puzzle as it relates to how we are approaching the issue relating to the humanitarian situation in Gaza.
Just one last on the issue of the letter, but the part that expired on the 12th of this month, is that over?
What part are you talking about, Said?
It had a definite time limit. That's
Said, there was
so that, I mean, I understand
it laid out
be renewable.
It laid out. I think you were focusing a little too intensely on the letter. It laid out some specific steps that
it was the government.
Let me finish. Let me finish. It laid out some specific steps that we wanted to see. It laid out some progress areas that we wanted to see. We believe that we have seen some progress in some of those areas. We're going to continue to assess and see what happens. And if we see a detraction or steps backward as it relates to that progress, we'll take appropriate action. It's as simple as that.
Okay. So let me ask you about the number of trucks. You said 404 trucks entered since between November 1 and November 9. That is like 44 trucks a day. That's way below.
And in talking to Matt, I will echo what I said again. That number is incredibly and deeply unsatisfactory and certainly inconsistent with the goals that we've set out. But with the changes that have been made, the operational changes, some additional border crossings, some routes that have been opened up and repaired within Gaza, some changes that have been made to the Jordanian corridor, the work that is ongoing with our partners in Egypt and our partners in Israel relating to throughput and capacity issues at Kerem Shalom. Our goal and our hope is that we will be able to reach that number, and that's what we're going to continue to press for.